Okay, in this question here, we're asked to find the derivative of the function y equals x squared plus 1 multiplied by x plus 5 plus 1 on x. You'll notice that this function is the product of two functions. So this would allow us to use the product rule. Our first step is to change the 1 on x to a negative exponent. Alright, so we have x squared plus 1 by x plus 5 plus x to the negative 1. Alright, so we're going to need a little bit of space here, so always leave yourself some room. The product rule says to get the derivative of y, dy and dx is going to be the derivative of the first function, so we'll call this the first function, multiplied by the second function, plus the first function by the derivative of the second function. Right, so this means that dy on dx is going to be equal to d on dx of the first function by the second function plus the first function by the derivative of the second function, which will be x plus 5 plus x to the negative 1. Alright, so notice that that's what we have so far. Alright, now let's do the derivatives. So the first derivative here now of x squared plus 1 is 2x. We multiply that by x plus 5 plus x to the negative 1 plus the first function is x plus 1, and now we have to do the derivative of the second function. Alright, now this will be 1. Of course the derivative of 5 is 0, and this will be bring the negative 1 down using the power rule, x to the negative 2. Alright, so that's the next step, and what we do next is let's simplify this. So we're going to have 2x by x plus 5 plus x to the negative 1, and now we're going to have plus x squared plus 1 by 1 subtract x to the negative 2. Alright, now to simplify this we need to distribute and collect together the like terms. So for the first one we're going to have 2x by x is going to be 2x squared plus 10x, and then 2x by x to the negative 1 of course is going to be plus 2. Now the next one we have to distribute here. This is two binomials, so we can use the FOIL method here, so we can get x squared, that's x squared by 1. Then we're going to have x squared times negative x to the negative 2 is going to be negative 1, because the exponents are 2 plus negative 2. The inside ones is going to be plus 1, and the outside ones is going to be 1 by negative x to the negative 2 is negative x to the negative 2. Right, collecting together the like terms, you'll notice that we have an 2x squared plus an x squared, which is going to be a 3x squared. Alright, we're going to have a 10x. Okay, we have a 10x. And now we're going to have a plus 2. A negative 1 plus a 1, of course this is a 0, so it's just going to be plus 2. And we're now going to subtract x to the negative 2, which is 1 on x squared. And that will be our derivative of the product of these two functions using the product rule.